What are the benefits of Bitcoin? Let's discuss that on today's segment of Sats on Saturday. What's going on, champions? It's your coach MJ back at you with another episode of Sats on Saturday. It's time for us to learn and grow, so let's go. And I love Saturdays this time of the year. I get a chance to talk about Bitcoin here on Sats on Saturday, and I get to watch a ton of college football. Heck, it's also Oktoberfest here in Cincinnati. But before we get to Oktoberfest, before we get to all that football, let's discuss some of the benefits of Bitcoin. Now, I can roll those off the top of my head. But what I decided to do for this segment here on today was to go to Gemini and use my AI agent and ask it what were the benefits of Bitcoin. Now, you guys should be playing with AI. You should be using it and getting used to it, especially those of you who don't really like tech all that much. AI is here and it is not going anywhere. It is being integrated into our life more and more by the day, by the week, by the months, by the year. And it's fascinating. And utilized properly, it can really enhance and make your life so much easier. So I'm diving in and learning how to use that. But I went into Gemini and I said, hey, what are some of the benefits of Bitcoin? And it talked about how Bitcoin offers several benefits as a decentralized currency. The first thing it had listed was that it was financial freedom and control. Bitcoin operates without a central authority, allowing users full control. This is key, full control over their funds without intermediaries like banks or governments. All right. So let me walk this back. Full control over your funds. Full control. See, we get this perception is reality. And our perception is that when we go to our bank and put money in the bank, that it's our money. And yes, that's true, but that's not how the banks see it. When you put that money into their bank, your bank, they look at it as theirs. Watch this. Go and deposit $10,000 into your checking or savings account. A week later, go back and try to withdraw that same $10,000. Now, when you go deposit it, no questions asked. They'll take the money happily, give you a receipt. When you go back to try to withdraw that same $10,000, they're going to ask you a ton of questions. You're going to have to ask permission to withdraw that $10,000. And worse yet, you won't even get that $10,000 because they don't have it. All right, you're going to have to put in a request, answer the question days ahead for you to then go and receive the same money that you had no problem putting in all at once. All right, and so it's that type of control that we've given up, and we don't even realize it. It's the same type of control that we've given up. People, you guys that are watching and tuning in from Canada, a lot of people that found that out quickly. They messed around and found out that the governments will seize your or freeze your assets just like that. The people that were part of that truckers convoy years ago woke up to their accounts being frozen. And I bet you a dime to a dollar. If I told any one of them a year before that happened, I bet you in the near future, your funds are going to be frozen. Man, they would have took that bet, doubled down on the bet, and took it twice on Saturday. No way. I'm going to freeze my accounts. Right? There was a province in, can't remember the name of the province, in China. This happened, I believe, I don't know if it was before or after the truckers convoy, but they had their accounts frozen for months. It was a, go look it up. It was, they made a run on the bank. It got violent because it got to the point where people couldn't provide for their families because their funds were frozen in their account. Right? So Bitcoin provides you full control over your funds. You are your own bank. And it gets these intermediaries like banks and governments out of the way. All right. Um, it operates without a centralized authority. We have the Federal Reserve System. We have 12 regional banks that make up that system. It's a centralized authority that controls the money here in the U.S. All right. Uh, There's another benefit of Bitcoin: border crossing transactions. Man, our the payment rails that we have, they are slow and antiquated, and those in business, they totally understand that. They understand that. And I said this in another one of my videos. Every piece of technology that we utilize today has been upgraded. The only thing that has never been updated is our monetary system, and that's going through an upgrade right now. It is so There are billions of payments and transactions being processed across borders every single day, and it's slow. It's a wire transfer, ACH transfer. Anybody that's still using, I don't even know if they even still have Western Union and MoneyGram, sending money those ways. It's slow and it's expensive. It could be very expensive. So with Bitcoin, transactions can be conducted globally, often with lower fees and faster processing times than traditional banking systems. All right. People in business, they need their transactions to move like this. Okay. Not at the snail's pace that we move with today. And so there are a lot of XRP is going to be used heavily as a payment rail. Watch XRP will be. What's another benefit of Bitcoin? Potential hedge against inflation. Not a potential. I should correct Gemini here. It is an inflation hedge. Bitcoin's limited supply of 21 million coins, it creates scarcity. There's no scarcity in our fiat currency because we just print it to oblivion. And we are about to print a ton of it. And that's what causes inflation. All right. And that money printing, that's theft. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's horrible. But it talks about potentially preserving value over time and offering a hedge against currency devaluation. And if you look, there's charts. You can actually take a look at charts as you see Bitcoin climbing against the dollar falling. You can't make any more Bitcoin. It's written in code. We have a 4-year halving cycle. It's a deflationary asset. The supply goes down. The supply that enters the market every year goes down. Deflationary asset versus the dollar that continues to get printed into the oblivion, and the supply of it goes up. So these are just some of the. I'm not going to keep you long. Like I said, it's I got to get to football. I'm sorry if you guys wanted more information. But one of the things I always implore you guys to do is don't listen to random people like me on YouTube. Okay, there's a lot of people creating content and things of that nature. Fact check us, man. Go and do your own homework. Go and do your own research and study to show thyself approved. Okay, there's a lot of great content creators out there, and there's a lot of them that don't understand or know what they're talking about. So always do your own due diligence. All right. Hey, excited about Monday, Motivational Monday. But before we get to Monday, let's stop and enjoy the moment. Enjoy your weekend. Spend some time with your friends, family. Do something you love to do, and be in the moment when you do it. All right. That's all I got for you. Once again, I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on Monday for Motivational Monday. Be blessed. Peace.